You guys just knew I was going to go get my hands on this right here. This is the MPC Live 3 from Akai. I had to run out and grab this day one yesterday. As soon as it came out and I saw it was available, I ran to pick this up. And in this video, I'm going to tell you guys why I decided to upgrade from the MPC Live 2, even though I only had the MPC Live 2 for about 6 months now. That was my first MPC, so this is my second MPC. And I think it's well worth the upgrade. I'm going to explain to you guys why. This will not be a review. I want to make that clear. I'm not reviewing this because, as I mentioned, I purchased this yesterday, so I haven't really had the time to learn everything about it. I know some stuff because obviously I've been using MPC for the last few months, but the upgrades, different pads, all of the features and all of that, I want to take some more time with it before I actually dive in and say, this is my review. So that's just me putting that out there. So this is literally just my reason as somebody who is a heavy machine user, because I still use machine from time to time. And I had the MPC Live too, and I just wanted to share my opinion as to why this was a worthy upgrade for me. Everybody had their own opinions, but yeah, I spent my own hard-earned money on this, and I'm happy with it. I don't have any regrets as of yet, and I probably won't. So let's go ahead and get started as to why I decided to pick this up. Here's the MPC Live 3. I already have it turned on. The first thing I want to talk about that made me upgrade from the Live 2 is simply these buttons all over the place. I know a lot of people were talking about they didn't like the buttons, but as someone who came from machine to starting to learn MPC, these make a huge difference, at least for me, maybe not to other people. You have a whole row of things up here that you could just control, and even down here there's a few other things. For example, if I was making a beat, I know I could just hit the button on the Live 2, double tap it to go to grid, but I have an arrange button now that I can go to the arranger. I love that. Being able to turn on your metronome. Again, I know some people have their cue link set to certain things, but being able to just hit shift and play start, that will take it out. To me, stuff like that's a big deal. If I want to save, go right there to save, shift save as, you still have your shift button right there. Because before, if I was working on a project, unless I'm completely off, I had to go to main or menu, save, and then go from there. Versus if I'm in the middle of something, I could just hit the button real quick, save it, and we're good to go. So that to me makes life so much easier. And that's one of the main reasons I upgraded, honestly. It's just having access to buttons faster to get things done faster. There are other examples of that, such as sounds. If you want to go to your favorites, just double click it, and you have all these different things. So to me, that alone is worth it. You have a little bit more transpose control down here, which also is great. So when I'm used to my machine workflow, it's easier for me to bring it over here now versus having to go, back to main and then go to the sounds and then browse through the sounds that way. Now, my next reason I upgraded is this is a new MPC, obviously. So I was hoping that I wouldn't have any problems with double triggering pads. I'm going to talk about the different expressions and stuff you can do with the pads in a second. If I was trying to make a beat using a piano and play it through the pads without no keyboard attached or anything, I would get so much double triggering that it would discourage me from actually making a beat. So obviously that was a problem. So I was hoping that would be fixed here. And so far, I will say I haven't had any issues with the double triggering. So I'm just going to play this for a second. I don't have any issues with double triggering, at least right now. And I am so happy for that, because it was just something I'll throw off while I'm recording. Then I got to go back in and edit and all of that. It was just a hassle to the point where sometimes I actually just did it on the screen instead of using the pads, because I did not want the double triggering. It was that big of a headache to me. As a machine user, I'm used to making beats, making melodies and whatnot through pads. Obviously, I have MIDI keyboards, all of that that's cool too. But when I have this, I'm on the go. I don't want to have to carry a keyboard with me. I want to have everything I need right here that I could just go ahead and get started with. And not having that double triggering changes the game for me. The pads to me feel better. And as I said, I do not have to worry about double triggering. Never really had to worry about it with my drums. It might have happened here and there, but it was really when I was trying to do melodies and using the different plugins that were in here that would cause it to double trigger. So let me show you an example. I'm just holding this down. Note repeat is not on. And then and you can edit that to be whatever you want. So it's like I'll go like this, hit edit, then me to hit it twice, and just make sure you go over to effects to where you can change the articulations, tap which one you want. So I have it set already to no repeat. Then I had this one on that, but just to change it. And then if I want to put one over here, change it to something else. Let's try this real quick. And then, of course, if you're actually making a beat, you just so yeah, this is just me messing around. I haven't really dived too deep into this yet. Again, I got this yesterday, so I'm still going through messing around with it, learning different things. The next reason that I wanted to upgrade this was simply because this has more power than the MPC Live 2. It has more processing power, more RAM. That's great because I like to use a lot of these instruments, and the one that caused me the most problems when I was using it before would be studio strings. And it was to the point where I barely use it because that would be like the only thing I could have at that time. And I'm glad that this has been upgraded because, you know, I want to be able to really create fully without the full limitations of, dang, now I got to record that and try and, you know, make it work. If I want to make a change, you know, I like to transpose a lot, all of that. That feels so much better to not be limited and telling you it's running out of what CPU, running out of the power while trying to make a beat. And I just throw some strings on there. This was the one that gave me the main problems. None of these other ones really gave me that many problems. Like I like Fabric, I like all of them, but whenever I loaded up studio strings and I had something else on the live too, it presented a problem. So I'm glad that I no longer have to worry about that. And the other thing about the faster processing and all of that stuff is the simple fact that things load a lot faster. I'm gonna load up this Native Instruments one real quick. It's already loaded that quick. It loads up quick. I'm gonna switch and go to Fabric. It was already loaded that quick. And to me, that is very important because I like to, when I'm making my ideas, I don't want to sit and wait for something to load. Even if it's only 5 to 10 seconds, 2 seconds, I want it to be more instant where it just switches. So that's a big deal to me, especially when I usually make my beats on my computer. You know, a lot of stuff loads like that. So that's important. So that's definitely a reason I decided to upgrade this because I plan on using this standalone mode. I don't like the MPC software yet. Maybe that'll change, but right now when I had this, it's strictly for standalone mode. So that is a added benefit to why I upgraded. Now, this next reason may not mean a lot to other people, but to me, it means a lot, and that is simply the USB-C capabilities of this because I have a bunch of USB-C devices. So I have tons of USB-C cables, my phone, cameras, iPad, so much other stuff is running off of USB-C. So I have those cables ready. So I don't need to have the USB, I think it's the USB-A. I don't remember exactly what cable was on the live too, but I had to use that one whenever I wanted to plug it up to my computer. So to me, the USB-C, I could just unplug my phone from my computer and just simply plug it in. My laptop can run off USB-C, so I will always have the ability to use this with my computer no matter where I am. And the other benefit that I've heard, haven't tested out myself, but I will, is that you can plug up the MPC via USB-C to your phone and sample from your phone. That's great. I love that, because the way I usually get my samples from the computer to the MPC Live 2, I had to plug it up. I had an SSD on the inside of it. I know I could have an SD card, but I used the SSD majority of the time. So I had to download samples, plug it up, move it over, all of that. Now I get a lot of samples from TrackLib or other places. I could just plug it up and play it right there. Just remember what I recorded or whatever and have it going straight through here. And to me, that is a great benefit. I also heard that there is a new sample algorithm in here where they time stretch the samples. I made a sample beat last night. Sounds good. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I haven't had enough time to really play around with it. It was just literally just playing around, and it sounds good compared to the Live 2. And I don't know if that is available in, I think it's called the Pro Pack or whatever it is that they released along with this, where you can get the features for this on your MPC Live 2, but I don't know if it's on there, so I'm not going to dive too deep into that, but that's cool as well. Just off of those few things I talked about there alone makes this a worthy upgrade. I am not like regretting anything. I know when I first got the MPC Live 2, I was like, yeah, I might take it back. I'm trying to learn it. This changed it for me. Literally, these buttons make it so much easier. I didn't even talk about these up here. I haven't even dived into all of that yet. So I'm not going to just sit here and say, yeah, this is cool because of that. This is cool because of that, how it looks. I can show you this though, because I did use it this way. So let me go back here. I used the step sequencer. So let me just record something real quick. All right, so as you see, I'm gonna turn the metronome off. And you use these buttons to navigate with the step sequencer. So if I don't, I'm just gonna make it go different places. Add it there, we'll go here, add it there, and let's see what it sounds like. I want it to follow. Let's see if I hit shift, will it follow it? And there we go, it's following it. And now I want to switch the sound. So we're gonna go, I don't know if I'm at the beginning though. Let me go back, make sure. Okay, cool. I'm just doing something with the step sequencer. And to me, this is cool because you just come up with ideas differently sometimes. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put this on lock so that way I can just mess around with it. Now, clearly, I'm just messing around. That ain't nothing that I'm about to be like, oh yeah, that's it. I'm just messing around just to show you guys. Even something like that helps with creativity. So if you don't want to do the pads or hold note repeat or all that, you can just go up here and mess around with it. And to me, this is a tool to make music with. So it's all about what you want to do to make your music. This doesn't mean that this is going to make you a better producer or anything like that. It just means it helps you get the job done faster. That's how I look at it. And I had a conversation about this in my DMs yesterday after I posted that I had gotten this. And it's all about having fun, in my opinion. I've been making music for a very long time. When I really sit down and think about it, it's been probably 17 years that I've been making music. And this makes it more fun for me. I've been using the computer. I did not come from hardware, it was computer. So this right here makes it more fun for me. The MPC Live 2 was great. It was a great starting point. I started 6 months ago, but here we are. This is gonna take it to the next level for me. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I don't even want to turn on the computer. I just want to sit here and just dive into this. And that, to me, that's the purpose when you get something like this. I didn't even talk about the microphone. I don't even see me using a microphone, honestly. I may play around with it. They have something else, clips I have not dived into. I think the Matrix thing is new. Again, not 100% sure, so don't judge me because I'm still learning about this and MPC as a whole. It's still a learning journey. But this is why I upgraded again. I spent my money on this. This was not given to me. I enjoy it and it's a lot of fun. I look forward to doing more things with it. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments below because this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have some more videos coming up with it, sample beats, all type of stuff, taking it places. Get back to doing my today's studio series where I was out and about, you know, doing stuff. I'll bring that back as well. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me turn this beat back on and have a party.